Hello, everybody, and we have a surprise today. But before we get started, I want to go over a couple things. First, I want to say thank you to all 103 subscribers that I have now. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. The other thing is, I had to remove one of the videos that I recorded. YouTube marked it as age restricted, and after going through it, I realized why. It was apparently by mistake. I downloaded one of my uncensored videos by mistake, so I was like, "Oops, okay, yeah." I had to remove that, and I don't want to get into have any problems with YouTube and create a rift or whatever. I don't want to get demonetized. I don't want to lose my channel. I've gone through too much work to lose all this. Anyway, just wanted to let you know that. Just to remind you, if you want to receive any uncensored videos that I record, you must become a Patreon contributing member, either on my $9 tier or the $25 tier. Those two are set up for adult content. Once you become a member on either one of those, you can go into the comment section there and post what videos you'd like to receive. Also post your email address so that I can send them to you via email. So, alright. I'm gonna click this here. So yeah, this last Monday, I believe was the 7th, turns out that the new Our Life Begins and Always, the marriage, or yeah, I know, well, wedding DLC has finally come out. As you can tell, I've got it listed right here. So I decided to do this because I've been waiting for this for so long, and I know a lot of you have been waiting to see this too, I'm sure. And so let's get started. Let's get started, yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. And I'm gonna get my keyboard out. And if I sound a little off, it's because my allergies are acting up again. Yeah, grab a drink here. Side by side on a purple dyed flux leather couch, you sat with your fiance, Cove. In the air, in the chic office smelled non-distantly perfumed, though luckily it was demure, touch rather than smoothing. A soft hum came from the air conditioning, gently flowing the scent around the room. So, I guess we're doing our wedding planning now. Yeah, it looks that way. Okay. It was the first time either of you had been there and you weren't sure if the atmosphere was meant to comfort or impress visitors. For some people, it wouldn't make a difference either way, like with your own partner, for example. Cove's hand was instantly gripping yours. You could feel him trembling and hear the squishing noise the couch made each time he shifted around. Give me a moment. I'm gonna get the heater out here. It's a little cold. Alright, I'm back. One part came from his unusual nervousness, nervousness over these kinds of matters, and the other came from an almost uncontainable excitement for the same reason. This place was headquarters for a well-known event planning agency in the area, and this office belonged to their planner for a very particular type of special occasion, weddings. You were here to plan your wedding together. Soon he wouldn't be only your fiance. Cove would be your husband. And on that occasion, there was going to be a ceremony, reception, and everything. Yeah, and we're here to plan that. Okay, what do we choose out of here? I'm gonna go with the first one. You felt truly content. It was a joy to be with him, and you could only feel good about celebrating that love with family and friends. Today's meeting should be straightforward, introducing yourselves to the planning team, getting familiar with one another, and going over only some basics. The entire process would take multiple visits here and trips to other locations. Before setting up the appointment with a planner, you and Cove decided that you were going to set the wedding in, or at least near Sunset Bird. You also had a good idea of who would be attending, how large the wedding needed to be, and a few other details related to your lives together going forward. That was as far as you had gotten in the process when you decided to bring in assistance. Let's see. I'm going to go with the last one. Playing today with Cove as a team was something you look forward to. Give me a moment. I'm going to blow my nose. Cove noticed the dreamness in your eyes and concerns of his mouth lifted hopefully. His second hand reached over to clasp both yours and his fists. And his first, excuse me. A metallic sensation pressed into your skin. The engagement ring securely on his left ring finger. Your feet shuffled against the black and white striped rug that covered over the center of the hardwood floor as you return a smile back. Here we are. Here we are. It's really happening. His fingers squeezed your hand deeper into his hold. You know I'm not really good with, well, any of this, but I'm sure that whatever it ends up being like, it's going to be amazing. It has to be, because I'm marrying you. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one. You're so wonderful. He was too sweet sometimes. Yeah, he is. And then there was a series of quick knocks. Your conversation stopped as you shared unshared looks between one another. Why was somebody not knocking at the door. I mean, if they work here, wouldn't they just come right in?
Huh?
Come in? In response to Cove's words, the shiny wood door off to the side swung open. Hello, lovebirds. Oh, man. It's Baxter. He changed his hair, too. Looks quite handsome, too. Just saying. But we're not here for him. We're here with Cove. We'll wait until you get your own DLC eventually, Baxter. That may take a while. As you know, it took quite a while to get this DLC. So, yeah, we have 2 DLCs to eventually look forward to. Both the Baxter route and the Dexter route. Or Derek. I mean, I don't know why I keep calling him Dexter. I don't know. Stupid. It's Derek. Standing in the entryway was a tall man about your age. His dark gray hair was swept to the side. On his neck was a distinctive mole. His curved grin and brown eyes grew wide in sync.
Hallelujah.
Love would have been a lie if you 2 dolls had broken up. Yeah, it's Baxter. Cove stared while frozen in place, deer in headlights. His mouth opened, then closed again soundlessly. Baxter? The former tourist stepped forward into the room while chuckling.
That's wonderful.
I flatter you two, the 2 people of excellence remember me too. And I don't even have to dress in black and white. I don't know about that. This huge black and white rug is kind of a clue. He laughed again, brushing his bangs from his eyes. True. Let's see. What do we choose here? I'm gonna go with the first one. It was exciting to see it was really him. It's been a while. Since step 3, of course. This was an incredible, unexpected reunion. I know, right? It's been a while. It's been a while. Years. Yeah, he even says it. Right?
I know.
Yeah, it has been. Cove dropped his response heavily. The tone likely would have been even familiar if he wasn't still in disbelief that Baxter had reappeared in front of both of you. And as a wedding planner of all things. You're a wedding planner. What happened? No one's heard from you at all until right now, I guess. Did you lose Chippy's number in a taxi? The more he spoke, the more sardonic edge caught up to Cove. Well, as professionally as possible, Baxter stood to the other half of the room and took a seat in the rolling office chair opposite the couch you were on. He used the tips of his feet to smoothly twist the chair's position so that it faced you completely as he continued to reply. I went back to college. Eventually graduated, joined the great wide career world. Grew up and learned some more. I'm still learning. To fully settle in, Baxter dropped an eyebrow on the armrest of his chair and rested his cheek against a propped up fist. That's a credit version. Life is wonderful, a wonderful journey. The words were spoken flatly, inaudibly, and punctuated with a dismissive gesture of his free hand. It was impossible to tell if the sarcasm was purely in response to Cove's own sharpness, or if there was something else. Even Cove raised an eyebrow, and how clear the displeasure was. Baxter was aware of the impression he was giving, but only half shrugged, with one shoulder over it. His eyes drifted away from you and your partner. Whatever the story was, you definitely weren't getting the full version of it. Well, I'm happy we got to meet again. A bend formed in his brows, a small sign of regret. It is nice.
Now,
that's my introduction taken care of. Then, let's swing things around, back around. To the real reason why you came. You're getting married. Congratulations. You were given an enthusiastic round of applause from the audience of one. How did the engagement happen? It must have been wonderful, emotional. A shame I had left town before I could find out. A fond, familiar flush of red crept over Cove's cheek.
well,
We had come back to visit Sunset Bird for Chippy's parents' anniversary. It started out as a normal trip. On the last day before we had to leave, he took me out to the poppy hill in the neighborhood and proposed to me. Yeah, that's right. we also did the alternate moment as well, where we allowed Cove to propose to us. So, either way, we proposed and now we're engaged. And now we're planning our wedding. A patch of Cove's voice shot up, dramatically going through the last sentence, and got him shimmering in his seat. Just thinking back to that moment had him nearly tearing up from joy. How romantic, and very fitting for the two of you. On the last day before we had to leave, we went out to the poppy hill behind Chippy's house. I had been waiting for the right moment to the entire time, and that was it. I asked Chippy to marry me. As he did in the alternate moment, yeah. So, in both ways, we sort of asked each other if you want to go that way. He said yes. The pitch of Cove's voice shot up dramatically, going through that last sentence, and got him shimmering in his seat. Just thinking about to that moment had him nearly tearing up from joy. I got blown my nose again. Sorry about that. How romantic, and very fitting for the two of you. Didn't you just say that a while back? Weird. Okay. Baxter slipped a pin out of his jacket pocket and tapped it against the desk counter at his side. He looked between you and Cove, satisfied. Thank you for answering. Considering we're already acquainted, it should make the process that much better. I'm sure your special day is going to be one to remember. Cole's uneasy single word was directed towards you. In a whisper, he embroidered on what that was supposed to mean. Are we really going through this? Having Baxter plan our wedding? I'd like you to. Cove quietly yelped. It wasn't unreasonable that the person on the other side of the room could hear the conversation, but Cove had not expected him to answer. I mean,
Yes.
I think I could do it well. I can do it right, and there's very few weddings I'd like to see go off like a charm than this one. He spoke in collectively way, Baxter's normal boldness was entirely missing while asking for this chance. You and Cove faced one another on the couch. The softness of in his eyes and the sloping of his brows shared his thoughts without him needing to say a word. He was being swayed. You nodded to your partner. There was a pause, and then Cove spoke. Okay. While still on the couch, Cove brought his torso up to its full height and held his head high. The look on his face was determined. Since this is actually the reality that exists now, I've got a question for you, Baxter. Yes? Cove's strong stance began to crumble as he shrunk into himself once more. Is your offer for dance lessons still open? Your partner gasped before quickly settling into laughter with a clap of his hands. Of course, always. That's a relief. I'm probably gonna need them. Yeah, since the last time we tried dancing him was a little bit awkward. Actually, there's like 2 times we actually tried to dance and it was a bit awkward. But still, it was nice.
I'm here if you need me.
I understand completely. I'm here for you. And you as well, Chippy, if there's a need. You're a good dancer, but it would be nice to practice with someone. I think. Or is there something else? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one. Let's do it. Got it. That works for me. Now, he shifted closer in the rolling chair with a glint in his eyes that made him look like the teen he used to be. Let's roll up our sleeves and get into the details, which I don't mean literally. No need for crumple my jacket, but I'm going to have to ask you a few questions.
All right.
I'm ready. Hit us with your best shot. To start, have you thought of possible surnames? Yours, his. What are you imagining? I don't care. I just want to marry him. But we have actually talked about it. Yeah, we're going with I think the third one, both of us using hyphenated name Prince Holden. I think that would work. Good to know, Chippy and Cove Prince Holden. It is. Cove straightened up against the back of the couch. You could practically hear his heart pounding over your names being said as one that way. It made you giddy too. The raise of Baxter's eyebrows revealed his amusement at your reaction to what to him was probably something mundane, but he was happy for you rather than mocking. And what about titles in the wedding? Bride, groom. It can be whichever you like, honestly. Can I be a groom? Of course, Cove.
Of course.
Of course. It's your day. And I'm a groom too. Wonderful. 2 grooms for our couple of the wedding. I'll turn this heater off a moment. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. It gets warm in here really quick with that heater on. Baxter flipped open a notebook set on the desk. And I gotta blow my nose again. Can I get an idea of scale? Only an estimate. It doesn't have to be a complete guest list. And even if it was, you never know how many of those invites will accept the RSVPs. Don't stress too much over who's going to be in attendance.
Oh!
Cove stepped off cloud 9. He had been hovering on since the start of the conversation. He planted himself back firmly on the purple couch in Baxter's office. For sure, there's going to be our parents, 4 of them, Chippy's sister, his uncle, aunt, and cousin. Some grandparents could be there, but not all of them. We'll have our friends Miranda, Terry, and Derek. You nodded agreeingly as Cove filled Baxter in. You and Cove continued to come up with family members, friends, professional relations, and the like to make an underestimated size of the wedding. All the while, Baxter jotted down the information like an attentive student sitting in front of the class. And those who are you most want to expect to be there? would any of them make up wedding parties, or is everyone a normal guest? I'm going to go with the first one. We're thinking of having a wedding party.
Right.
Right. We hadn't picked exactly who'd be in it yet, but we are having wedding parties.
Certainly.
Of course. Let's discuss who's with who then. It can be an equal split between both of you, but it's not a rule. If one of you has bigger wedding party than the others, it's completely fine. It's all about the two of you, so you can do as you please. Piddly Cove offered his first thoughts on the matter. I don't know. Maybe it's embarrassing or even sort of dumb, but as great as my friends are, the person I'd want to be there as my best man is my dad. Yeah, he's gonna be happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Having that close of a relationship with your father is a beautiful thing.
What do you think?
Chippy, do you know who will be the lead of your wedding party? And the title isn't important. Best man, best woman, or best person, maid, man, or individual of honor. It's all fine. Let's see, my mom, Pamela, as my maid of honor. Yeah, very well. Anyone else in the parties? Well, I'm good with whichever friends and family being in my party, but I'd kind of want the size of things to be sort of close. Everybody would probably be in Chippy's party if there wasn't more of a split. So if that's okay, they'd probably be 3 or 4 in the parties at most. Yeah, that makes sense. Great. For your party, you chose my mom, Naomi. Nolali. My sister Liz. My cousin Lee. I think these other ones, Cove's mom and Derek and Miranda and Terry, those can be on Cove's side, of course. So That's everyone. And I'd use... I think the first one, grooms woman for the title. Then my party is going to be Kara, Terry, and Miranda. And with that, you successfully mapped out the members of your wedding parties. Perfect. I'll make notes. Wait a minute. We forgot Derek. Come on. We gotta go back. Yeah, we gotta go back. So we'll just add Derek to our party as a best man on my side. And I'd use... Yeah. I think since we got Derek on there, groom attendance for the title, yeah. Then my party is going to be Terry and Miranda. We were dead. Okay. Read that. Perfect. I'll make notes. A statement was made extra clear by clicking the noise of Baxter's neatly tapped his pen on the armrest. So I think we got everybody important on both sides. Everybody that's important, of course, on both sides. On the topic of guests and that sort, are you open to attendees giving speeches during the reception? We can make it only select people or arrange to say some words about the couple, or have a mic open for anyone interested in taking it, or directly circumvent anyone from gathering the attention in order to talk. I think the first one, I feel like it would be nice to have some specific people talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any names for the guests giving speeches? My mom Pamela, my mom Naomi, my sister Liz, and cousin Lee. Yeah, father-in-law Cliff. mother-in-law Kyra, and my friend Derek. I think that would be enough. Wait a minute. Might be good to see what Baxter would have to say. My wedding planner, you. Oh, really? I can do that. Yeah, I'd like to hear what you'd have to say. Okay. And that's everyone I was thinking of. Cove made some small noises of awkward acknowledgement as you answered the question. I'd like it if Terry could too. Sounds good.
Cool.
Cool. Good. He continued along casually, accepting all your input. And are you thinking of writing anything yourselves for custom vowels? Just remember, it's an option, not an obligation. There's no pressure to make a custom decoration if you're not comfortable with it. Oh. I think the first one, I had custom vowels in mind, if I'm honest. Are you okay with that, Cove?
Of course.
Of course. There's a lot I could say, and I'm going to be really nervous either way. Yeah, everybody is at a wedding. There's going to be some nerves there, but it's good nerves. Cove's eyes squinted up from his cheeks as he smiled at you so sweetly. You were feeling butterflies already, and the vows hadn't even been said.
Lovely.
Lovely. Just lovely. And that is highly professional, so you each can work on them privately, outside of our appointments. Baxter relaxed back into his chair and looked you both over. His smile curved wildly. It was a look that made Cove nervous. You could feel him begin to fidget uncomfortably at your side. Itch. Let's talk a little more about traditions and wedding norms.
To be honest,
we're all friends here, so I'll be frank. One of you sincerely asked not to get splattered with cake, or for whatever else, and the other does exactly the opposite simply because they think it's funny. I will personally see to it that your marriage ends. If you can't treat your partner with their boundaries respect on your own wedding day, you don't deserve them as your spouse. Now, I sincerely doubt that's going to be the problem with you two, but it's an occupational hazard.
In that case...
With that said, do you have any requests pertaining to either the ceremony or the reception? We can arrange for anything special that you do want included. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the first one. Well, I definitely don't want anything to happen with the cake. It should be for eating. A soft smile tucked under the corner of Cove's lips. He nodded in agreement.
Sure.
Whatever tradition or not, I'd rather eat it too. No complaints here. Very well. Master clapped his hands together, pleased with the direction of the conversation. That's another important detail done. We should discuss who you'd like to officiate the ceremony next.
I can do that.
I can arrange for a standard justice of the peace to be there, but if there's a pastor, minister, rabbi, judge, or anyone else that you can have in mind, please send me their contact information. Preferably right away. I can work things out with them. So we're all set for the ceremony. Unsure of what to say, Cove glanced over at you. He scratched his cheek contemplatively. We don't really know of anybody, so I mean, we've never met any in any of the steps. We never met any religious figures or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one. I don't mind having a justice of peace officiating.
Right.
Me neither. He shrugged, glancing over at you to make sure. A simple justice of the peace was all you needed. Wonderful. I'll get that in motion right away.
Very well.
Now, have either of you considered how you want to arrive to the ceremony? Will one come in first and then the other come down the aisle? Perhaps you both want to enter together? I'm gonna go with the second one. I have my heart set on walking down the aisle. Sheepish, you squirmed in your seat. Cove's mouth waddled, as his whole demeanor brightened. I think the music's a little too loud, so let me see. Where is the menu? Use configures. Okay. Yeah, it's better. It was a little too loud for my taste.
Yeah.
I like that idea a lot. His eyes shone with a fondness that made your pulse quicken. I'll do it then. It wasn't until the words rolled off your tongue that the reality of them settled in. Your heart fluttered in fear, but it was still dizzily in the most exciting way. The music would swell, and attention would shift to you, but it would fall away because there was only one thing you wanted, and he'd be at the other end of that aisle. I'll be waiting for you. Thank you, Cove. Cove's face was shade pinker than the conversation, but he was pleased with what you both settled on. You were too. That sounds lovely. Baxter clicked his pen before dropping his attention to his paperwork. He glanced back up, giving you his full attention.
Does that sound alright?
Oh, and are you intending to exchange wedding bands? It is possible to skip that. Well, we have our engagement rings, but I don't think we've gotten the actual wedding rings yet. Yeah, no, we don't have rings for that yet. Yeah, not yet. Yeah, I think the third one. Cove answered, explaining how you would exchange rings. We were thinking that was going to happen. We already got rings for it. Did we? I mean, I know we got our engagement rings, but when did we get our wedding rings? Okay.
Of course.
Of course. We can easily save the moment for that in your ceremony. And a small reminder, couples generally take off engagement rings before the ceremony to wear just the wedding band during the wedding. Thanks. You couldn't help picturing the matching wedding bands you had gotten together. They were Well, our engagement rings are silver, so... What is a rose gold? I don't know. I think platinum, maybe. Yeah. And... Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. A V-shaped band with jewels. And the stones you've both decided on were... Ooh. Purple amethyst? Yeah, I like that. I think that would be good. Since my favorite color is purple. They were incredible, but before you completely lost focus, Baxter spoke again.
So?
So, do either of you want to have a bouquet? A small chuckle fell from Cove's lopsided grin, but Baxter was serious and whined tentatively. When Cove realized, he shrugged. I like flowers, but I don't need a whole bouquet. I think I'm going to go with the third one. Don't be shy. You should have one, Cove. Seriously? Yeah, I think so. Those white poppies, as a reminder of how we met, would be a good... make a good bouquet. The word punched out of him in stuttering laugh. The longer you held him under your stare, the more Cove's eyes widened in surprise, and his cheeks quickly burned deep red. You more than like flowers, and it's your wedding. It's alright to indulge for the day. He scratched the back of his neck. Awkwardly, you could tell that his resolve was crumbling. I guess I could have one. Excellent. Let's talk about what it'll look like then. Could you mind me if it had white poppies? Oh, would you mind if it had white poppies? Somehow I would hope so. Yeah, it's a reminder of where we met and the Poppy Hill, where we've hung out quite a bit. No, it needs those. Definitely gotta have them. Since the instant Baxter brought up flowers, you had been positive Cove was going to ask for those. Are there any others that you want highlighted? No, I don't think so. Just the poppies. Yeah. No, the white poppies should be the only focal point. Sure, why not? White poppies it is then. They'll be gorgeous. Yep. And it's a reminder of, like I said, where we met and where he was hanging out. That's always been our favorite flower since we were kids. Yep. And now you're bringing that to your wedding. Bringing that to your wedding. And now you're bringing that to your wedding together. Ah. Intimate of romance. Bachelor Cove alerted his gaze. With that decided, Baxter picked his pen up again and took note of your specifications. He subtly nodded as he wrote. Well, since you're having that, this means that you have the option of a bouquet toss during the reception. Huh. That kind of sounds fun. What do you think, Chippy? Yeah. Definitely. We've got to do that. Cove's grin curled excitedly. Baxter's gaze lifted from his notes. Marvelous. That's about all the basics sorted out, but we still have time to talk about the ceremony itself. There's vows, but from there you can personalize it with more rituals and such. If there's any particular tradition that you'd like to have, you're welcome to let me know.
Don't worry about it.
I don't have things I need. I'm not very traditional. I just want it to be whatever Chippy hopes for.
Charming.
Charming. Chippy? Huh. Yeah, I think the last one. Oh, can there be confetti tossing when we leave? He tapped his pen on the table twice. I know the perfect place to get some. It's biodegradable and very nice. That's awesome. Yes, thank you. Anything else? No, that's everything. Content with your wishes, Cove nodded agreeingly. Very well. So that's the ceremony. Now, any reception venue you choose will be large enough to have room for casual dancing throughout the evening, but I need to know if we should schedule for any particular kinds of dance, such as a first dance between only you and Cove at the start, for example. Both of you turn to each other curiously. A deep red blush crept across his cheeks when he felt overwhelmed. Cove's gaze dropped to the floor.
Well,
I will, only if you're good with it. I would want to have a first dance. Sure, let's do that. I want to have the first dance with you too. Cove perked up at your answer. Despite still being nervous, he gave an eager shimmy in his seat. You beamed overjoyed with the idea of your first dance together as a married couple. Money dance? What? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one. It would also be nice to have if we had dances with our own parents. Yeah, after the first dance, of course. Yeah. There already were a few songs playing in your head, reminding you of times when you were small, and your moms would spin you around the kitchen and living room. A rosy blush blustered his cheeks, deeper pink. A parent dance that would be great, actually. Then it settled. Baxter continued to keep track of details, jotting it down on paper. He kept up with the pace of the conversation with words and writing easily. Oh, and speaking of the ceremony and reception, that's my area of expertise. If you're going on a honeymoon afterwards, it'll have to be something I'd recommend perhaps a travel agent for, or honestly arranging between only the two of you without any middleman. Cove didn't blink at the Kevin.
sure.
Well, we'll handle that. While we're here, it's just about the day of I get it. Fantastic. Now, back to the wedding. Do you have a sense of style you're aiming for, or is it formal or casual? Do you have a particular color you want the wedding party to wear? Are the clothes for the couple meant to be a surprise for the ceremony, or would you prefer picking that out together? I'm not sure. And also, what about hair? I can brush my hair out so it could be fancier. Though, if it's not important, I can keep it the same. I'd rather you keep it the same, honey. Looks fine the way it is. Good question. What do you think, Chippy? You considered the series of inquiries and responded by saying, okay. I was hoping for a formal occasion. Yeah, I can be formal for your own wedding, for our wedding. And I'm gonna go with this one. I'd be happy if the main color was purple.
Sounds good.
Also, I'm gonna go with the first one. I'd love to surprise you with my outfit during the wedding. That'd be nice. I'm gonna go with the last one. You were sure Cove would look great no matter what he picked. And Cove. I think your normal hairstyle is perfect. Okay, I'll keep it just like this. Excellent work. I know this has been a lot of Q&Aing. There's much to consider for this big of an event. Then Baxter's pin placed back into the pocket it had come from. He had ran his now free hands along with the smooth inside edges of his jacket.
Thank you.
Thank you, too, for being forthcoming. I've got a strong idea of where this is going now. I'm already looking forward to the next meeting when we can get into specifics. Specific days. Okay.
Oh?
That's everything? Or we're leaving? Yes, you can go. Or you can stay if you want. That's the end of the actual session, but I'm not throwing you out. That's alright. Bye. Cove awkwardly waved Baxter off, despite still being seated, not going anywhere yet. He had gotten so into the discussion of the wedding he'd forgotten his usual stiffness around Baxter for a time, but that spell broke. Baxter accepted the answer and pushed off the armrest of his chair to stand up straight. You and Cove followed his motion, getting up out of your own seats together. The wedding planner took one stride closer to the center of the room and reached out his hand towards you. You opened your arms for a hug. I mean, last time we saw him in our neighborhood, we gave him a hug, actually. So why not? It's not like we're boyfriends or anything. We're not cheating on Cove, so it's just a harmless hug. That's all it is. Yeah, we're not cheating on our fiance. No way. We are not doing that. Definitely not doing that. Although, they did say that there is an option if you want to go back to step 3 with this and kind of get with Baxter a little bit for a while. I don't know, but I would not want to do that because it would feel like I'm cheating on Cove, and that's, we're dating Cove. We're with Cove now. We're not dating anymore. We're fiancés. We're getting married. Come on. So, yeah, as far as dating Baxter, I'd want to wait until his actual DLC to come out, and then we'll go that route. He smirked, letting you wrap yourself around him. He patted your back rather than giving a complete hug himself, but he liked your version of a farewell interaction just fine. Okay, I'm gonna go with the second one. It's great that you're Baxter. Kind of funny, but yeah. He snorted loudly and highly entertained.
Goodbye.
Goodbye for today, Chippy. I'm glad to have seen you. Then he offered the same gesture to Cove. Your partner accepted it casually, giving Baxter's hand a solid shake. Take care, Baxter. Thanks. Same to you. You got a wedding to be ready for. Don't forget to look out for yourself and your fiancé. I'll remember. The two men released other's hand, sealing the agreement to take this chance to put a new foot forward in their relationship. With that, the two of you found your way out of the office building. The pop subsequent click from the opening and closing of car doors played out in sync between you and Cove. As he buckled in for the ride back, Cove commented on the experience. The sentence was hesitant and had an upward bend that made it sound like a question.
So
that went well? Before you could respond to not exactly a question statement, Cove continued with a new actual question. I mean, we got Baxter Ward as our planner somehow, but he seems good at what he does, right? Yeah. He seems like he knows what he's really doing. He put his hands on the wheel, perked at you, the reflection in the overhead mirror. Oh, so we finally got the car back, right? I mean, in the last step, we didn't have the car. We had to come here in a Uber lift or whatever. We had to come to Sunset Bird in an Uber lift. So I don't know what happened. I guess we left the car at home or something, and just kind of got our own transportation here to Sunset Bird from where we were living. Okay, let's see, what do we pick out of here? I'm gonna go with the first one. Right. Baxter will do wonderfully.
you're right.
I know I'm right. Cove had pulled out of the parking lot. He spoke. The wheels rumbled easily down the newly developed city streets of the area. But that was the end of Cove's attempt at the conversation making. He went entirely quiet. The pensive look on his face didn't allow you to relax into a normal, comfortable silence. Cove, what's up? His mood easily lifted back up at the second of his name. Forgetting all the Baxter stuff, I'm just really happy we're doing this. Sometimes I still can't believe we're together. We're engaged and soon we're gonna be married. It's incredible and it never stops feeling like that. I don't think I'll ever be used to it, not really. I'm gonna go with the first one. I love you.
I love you.
I love you too. Oh, shoot. Skip the line.
I love you.
His cheeks squished at his eyes from the size of his grin. Nothing could stop him from looking forward to the upcoming occasion. Finally, the lack of words felt right between the two of you. You took the chance to let the day sink in as best as you could. After all, the years you've known Cove, you now were going to have a wedding with him. The sincerity slipped by faster than your eyes could keep up with as you got further and further into your own thoughts. Then suddenly the day had ended, and you were drifting off to sleep in Cove's arms. Aw. So sweet, as always. It was early afternoon when you stepped outside, breathing in the good weather. The gentle breeze warmed your skin while you waited for Cove. He wasn't far behind, but there was still a serene moment to watch the puffy white clouds move across the sky. You were grateful that because second you both hopped into Cove's car, your brain was filled with brim with wedding planning once again. Before you could process any further, you needed to cross one of the most important details off the list. Officially putting the wedding party together. This was the goal for today. Despite the nervous energy fluttering in your stomach, you were already anticipating the steps and phone calls planned. Peeking over at Cove, you hoped he was too.
Are you okay?
Are you doing all right, Cove? Are you doing all right, Chippy? I have high hopes for today. That's scary. But otherwise, I'm okay. What about you? Cove turned away while his eyebrows pinched together. His grip on the steering wheel tightened briefly before he made himself relax the stiffness in his pose. Tense but good. Better than good. I'm really excited. Yeah, me too. I can't wait to see their reactions. Every time you imagine the conversations you'd have today, they all boiled down to the same feeling, joy. The people you picked were all important figures in your lives, and you just couldn't wait to see how they'd take the news. Cove nodded and added a happy hum in response. And with that, you were on the road home. Naturally, Cove navigated the car towards the old neighborhood. It was smoothing, winding down the familiar paths of your childhood. You spent so many years expanding your world little by little on foot and then by car. The older you grew, the further you went. But there was always a place back there for you. Cove parked along the upper end of the street, side by side, and you headed out aiming for his dad's condo. I think I'm going to end it there because I've done a lot already today, so I'm going to have to save it here. So we'll come back to this later. We're gonna continue doing Our Life Begins in Noise because, like I said, I've been excited to get this DLC, and I've been even more excited to actually present it to you. So thank you for watching on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button for those of you who haven't done so already. And don't forget to check out my Patreon account and become a Patreon contributing member. Remember, all the funds that go there go directly to charity, so you will be helping out the community of charities that need the money so desperately. And I will announce your name at the end of every video to acknowledge and show how grateful I am for you guys becoming a Patreon contributing member. Also, for those of you, again, who want to receive any uncensored videos that I recorded, you must become either a member on the $9 tier or the $25 tier. Both of those are set for adult content. Once you become a member on there, you can go to the comment section on either one of those and post in there what videos you like to receive, and also post your email address so that I can send them to you via email. And you can find the link to my Patreon with the discussion area just below the video. So go ahead and stop for today. Okay. Yes. Come on. So yeah, I will see you guys later when I come back to Our Life's Beginnings and Always. Okay, not there. There we are.